Alright, this is Andrew with Joda Home Inspections. We are doing a sewer scope today, May 17th, 2025 in Salt Lake. We're at 1504 west, 900 south, and we have the camera pushed out 126 feet. I've hit an offset that I can't get my camera over, and so we're going to look at as much as we can, but we're not going to see the entire line. It's also going to be a little bit more limited here because the water's off to the house, and so we're not able to run water and really check the grade that I can on other properties. That was an offset that I was hitting, and so there's a section of line that's slipped, and so now there's a big lip that we can't get my camera over. The only way to permanently fix an offset is to dig it up and do a spot repair. A lot of times with running water I'm able to pop over them and see the rest of the line, but again here we don't have that luxury. Starting to go underwater, which is not a good sign, especially with a line that hasn't had water ran through it in a while. It means that it was a bad enough belly that it's been holding water this entire time. I don't know when the water was last active at this property, but not a good sign. That's a sign that you have bad grade, and the only way to fix bad grade is to dig it up and re-slope it. Kind of bobbing around the height of my camera head, or the level of my camera head, and so I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so from what I can tell. This looks like cast iron. The issue with cast iron is it gets really rough and rusty and will eventually need to be replaced. For the age, this cast iron looks better than I might expect. You could still have it coated where they clean it up with a chain, and that would make it smoother, less likely for waste to get stuck. I would still recommend the insurance on this line. You can get home serve, and that would help offset the cost if and when there's a bigger issue. It would also be helpful to see this line when you have running water. You'd be able to see what the grade is a little bit better. We already know it's not great, but we're also a little limited because we can't see the entire line. So just to recap, not able to see the entire line here. We were able to see over 100 feet of it. There was one offset that I couldn't get my camera over, and so that's a spot that waste could potentially get stuck and create a blockage where it backs up towards the house. So that's not ideal. There's also a lot of cast iron. The cast iron will eventually need to be replaced. And then we didn't have running water, and so even without the running water, I could see that you have at least some parts are holding water where it doesn't have proper grade. at a minimum, I'd recommend getting the insurance on this line. It would probably be best to re-scope the line once you have running water and try to get past that offset to find out what else is going on further down. But at a minimum, you want to maintain the insurance on this line and be aware that it is older and will eventually need to be replaced. Last thing I'll say, under the house is going to be the hardest spot to get to. You have a crawl space, but it's not incredibly accessible, and so it's a pretty tight space to be digging and running a new sewer line through, which is not ideal, and that's what will eventually need to happen. I'm going to end this recording now.